channel, man. Today we're gonna be talking about football targeting, the untold truth and bias of today's football rules, man. We got to take a look at some of these targeting rules, some of these, other rules in today's game. Let's just take a look. Boise State versus South Florida. Target trucking, man. You probably never heard of it. It's a term I created myself. It's when the offensive player lowers their head using the crown of the helmet to initiate contact with the player. Just take a look at this play. This is classic target trucking. The offensive player initiates contact with the crown of his helmet right here on this play. And then, I mean, just look at it. It's not flagged. They don't give out any ejections for these plays. The plays are often celebrated, man. And it doesn't create a fair base, a fair objective game for the offense and defense, which we know, offense is kind of the thing right now. But when a player comes in, he has no reason to actually even engage this player, but he does with the crown of his helmet. He's lowering his head right here. He isn't using the shoulder. This is all crown of the helmet. This is no different than if he was on the defensive side of the ball and he did this play. He literally can juke this guy. He can hurdle him if he wanted to, but this is lowering of the head. This is crown of the helmet, and it's not flagged. This is target trucking. You're going to hear it a lot in this video, but a lot of people, don't know about it. I'm just trying to make it aware that the game isn't fair, man. Hard, impactful hits are celebrated on offense and condemned on defense. This is the game today, and we got to address it. We got to make it known that the game is not fair for defensive players, man. Currently, right now in the NCAA, they're putting all the responsibility of safety on defense, but they're not holding the offense accountable. Like these plays, we have to hold the offense accountable of how they play. And it's got to be just as strict as it is for defensive players, in my opinion. My background, my experience in football, this right here, that's crown of the helmet. It's classic. It should be an automatic ejection of this player right here. The rule I suggest, offensive runners are required to make a football-type move to avoid, evade a head-on collision with defenders, especially in the open field. On fourth down and short yardage situation, with the exception of the quick snap or quarterback sneak, you don't really need it in that situation. But the punishment should be ejections.
Left side of the line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10. Jackson keeping it himself. Jackson first down and more. Leveled across midfield. Add an extra 15 to it as Trevor Woods hit him high.
And it'll be interesting if they call.
This is a late slide right here. So the rule, if a quarterback or offensive runner is declaring a slide technique to end a play, you must dive forward to protect yourself. You must initiate the dive within 5 yards of the nearest defender. He initiated the slide as soon as he got to the player. That's too late. We're taught as defenders to get to the ball, to stop the ball. So you can't wait until you're right up on me to slow up and declare that you're doing a slide. We got to hold these offensive players, these quarterbacks, accountable for how they play the game. They have to be held accountable because you're putting all the blunt of the responsibility on the defense, and then you're going to flag me when he gets hit late because he's sliding late. Late slide means a late hit. So holding the offense accountable for these plays, it has to be known, and they have to make changes. Right here, he should be sliding right here. This is where you should be initiating your slide. The nearest defender is the corner, and then 43 is right in front. There's nowhere else for you to go. So it's time for you to start sliding right there. Offense is not held accountable in this game today, and we got to make this known. Let's get to the NFL.
Frank, especially in hot weather today. Mahomes this time trying to get outside. Beats Carter to the edge. First.
Another rule we got to start holding the offensive players accountable for on the sideline If a quarterback or offensive player is declaring they're going out of bounds, you must go out directly out of bounds with no extra movements, fakes, none of this extra stuff to bait the defender into making a mistake or hitting you or doing any type of illegal play. This should be flagged. It should be illegal. Go out of bounds. If you're declaring that you're going out of bounds, you have to go out of bounds. Let's take a look at the next play. Same thing. Now this time, Mahomes declared he was running out of bounds. Last second, he turned up the field to run over the defender after the defender slowed down. Mahomes is known to fake out and continue running. As a defender, you're at a disadvantage because the QB or runner is slowing up. He could slide, he could go out of bounds, and you don't want to make that mistake and get a penalty. And he takes advantage of it. These plays got to be flagged. And he's sitting here celebrating. They have to be flagged. It should be a 15-yard penalty with the loss of a timeout. Like, it has to be severe. And if it's a second infraction, that player should be ejected. Because you still targeting the player because you see him slowing up. Once again, we're going to address target trucking. This is a classic example of target trucking. The runner is running. Offensive players lower their head using the crown of the helmet to initiate illegal contact to the defender, to truck or run over the defender. It's clear as day. It happens all the time, but it's just not flagged, and it should be. Just take a look. You have to see these plays, and we have to flag them just as much as we flag defensive players. As the runner is running, he's building up momentum, and you can see clearly right here. He ducks his head, lowered his head, crown of the helmet. He's about to make contact. Luckily, the defender was using his shoulder and went to the side, but that's crown of the helmet, man. We have to flag these plays. It has to be objective. It has to be fair for both sides of the defense. Same here. This open field. You have to evade. This is a clear evasive. This should need to be evasive right here. You have to evade me, go out of bounds, or juke me. With a play like this, he could have clearly juked him, evade him, made a move, football type move to completely avoid the player. But no, I can build up my momentum. I can lower my head and I can just run you over. And this is the offensive side of the ball. And it's not fair to defensive players because all of the responsibility of safety is put up on the defense, and he's on the sideline. So he can go out of bounds late. You know, he could slide. There's so much he could do that I have to be careful as a defender of how I approach so I don't obtain a flag. So it puts me at a disadvantage because I'm not going all out to stop him from advancing. But it's not flagged. These types of runs are celebrated. Target trucking. You heard it here first. And these are not the only plays. You also have crackback blocks, aka comeback blocks. They're blindsided tackles that are usually done by the offense. Cut blocking is dangerous for knee injuries, broken legs. Offensive pick routes is just unnecessary collisions, especially in tight spaces. They usually do them to get their receivers open and stuff like that, but it's just unnecessary plays like that just need to be addressed, especially on the offensive end. The responsibility of football and safety is for both sides of the ball. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.